1,000 years ago, Chaco Canyon was the center of a thriving culture. Massive buildings called great houses rose against the high desert landscape. Looking out from the ruins today, the landscape looks much as it did centuries ago, but that could be changing. Chaco, a World Heritage Site, is surrounded by one of the most productive oil and gas basins in the country. And now the region, centered in northwestern New Mexico's San Juan Basin, is bracing for a boom. Thanks to new drilling technology, thousands of new wells are possible, some close to the ruins Navajo and Pueblo Indians consider sacred. Environmentalists warn new development could also contaminate groundwater and pollute Chaco's dark skies and remote landscape. Nowhere is the threat more evident than from the air. The outlines of ruins mark the grandeur of Pueblo Benito, the largest structure in the Chacoan system. Occupied from the mid-800s to the 1200s, it was 4 stories high with over 600 rooms and 40 ceremonial kivas. That soon gives way to a landscape dotted with wells and a spiderweb of dusty roads leading to them. The aerial tour was organized by EcoFlight and the New Mexico Green Chamber of Commerce, organizations advocating for responsible use of the land around Chaco. The groups and several others are raising concerns now for a reason. The Bureau of Land Management is in the process of amending a plan that will determine what this area will look like in the future. There are now some 16,000 active wells in the area, crisscrossed by some 15,000 miles of road. The plan will determine how much more land will be opened up to drilling. The stakes are high in poverty-stricken New Mexico. Oil and gas production generates about $500 million in royalties each year that is shared by the state and federal governments. The oil and gas industry and even the BLM say today's drilling and fracking technologies can reduce the impacts on the surface by 10%, while generating a 10-fold increase in production. But the environmental impacts are widely debated. The BLM hopes to have a draft environmental impact statement ready for public comment by next summer. Until then, groups like EcoFlight plan to continue to educate people about what's at stake.